Hello everybody, welcome back to another plush collection video. This time it's the Dark Angel edition. And here's the Dark Angel. Here's what it looks like. Here's its wings and yeah. And of course we have Peter. This time it's his redesign. And now here's Mike with his new redesign. Roger. Annenstein. He really changed a lot, hasn't he? This is what he looks like. Let me untangle him. Alright, here's a clearer look. And moving on. Orangutan Sam. Steve with his scarf. By the way, the scarf can be taken off because it has Velcro attached to it. Theo. One of the followers of the Dark Angel. Eric. Rianne. The redesign of the Crab Shark. Our favorite gambler, Paul. And Igor or Igor, I don't know. I forgot. Which one was it? Oh yeah, and also here's Caitlin. And this guy. Alright, here's what it currently looks like right now. Bemunculus. Samuel. With the unstable form of the God of Dreams next to him. The Dark Angel's base form. The Speeding Sea Spider. This guy. I'm not sure if he has a name, but he doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Gerald. One of the followers of the Dark Angel. Ed. One of the zombie turkeys. Specifically the one without an arm. Or is missing an arm. Plantville. Here's a weird one. This is Mike, but he turned into a purse. This is Dr. Powell. Gerald's old form, but he's wearing a clown mask of sorts. Melvin. Adam. Tim, but he has a different look now. And here's his pin. One of the zombie turkeys. The guy that threatens to turn people into food. One of the followers of the Dark Angel, except they actually have a name, which is the Pendulum Wizard. The Doctor. This guy, who doesn't have a name yet but is still important to the plot. Phil. Finley. Douglas the Beheaded. Jason. And here we have Brooke, but he's in a bag. Here, let me take him out. this thing. The god of dreams, but in a much more stable form. Bobbert. And John Namington. He hasn't appeared in an episode yet, but here he is. He's not done yet because of that. His name isn't written yet, so Henry. Gilbert. Crawler zombie turkey. A really evil fish, but you can call me Ref for short. And the blob form of Melvin. Here, let me adjust him a bit better so you can actually properly see. Alright, that's everything in the first box, I think. Alright, moving on to the second box, which mostly comprised of background characters or underutilized characters. We got the first background character, which is the one that has the gimmick of being beaten up a lot, cut to pieces, and, you know, almost dying. We got one of the brothers, and the other brother. We got Evil Plant Phil. We got a silverfish. The CEO of Fast Fries. Sergeant Bianca. Kenny and Lenny, but I forgot who is Kenny and who is Lenny. A random ice ant. One of my favorite background characters. Omar, the zombie ant. By the way, Omar is the fungus, by the way, not the ant. One of the first background characters to ever be made. Pizza delivery ice ant. Random buff guy. Fish. The most disposable type of character in Peter Misadventures. They're more likely to die in this series. Shadowfish. Wait, say that again? Shadowfish. One of the followers of the Dark Angel. And did you say you want more fish? Because we got fish. By the way, this won't be like showcasing the full collection mainly because of these guys, since these guys are so small and disposable. To a point where it doesn't really matter if they're not shown in this video or not. So yeah, not all of the fishes will be shown, because I most likely couldn't find them. So here's some more fish. The god of bugs. And the god of land. And here's the first ever background character to be made. Dr. Powell. Here's a background character that has the gimmick of only showing up in the shorts. Bird. Oh yeah, right, he actually has a name. His name is Short Oarfish. Anyways, here's a fish, but with a hat, who may or not have a friend inside of them. Vampire axolotl. A snake. And here's a prop that I won from a claw machine at one of the stores that one of my aunts owned. This prop was gonna be used by Omar, but it never probably shown him up in a video before, so yeah, here's that. More fish! At least this fish actually has a character, and has more effort put into it. And this one's weird, compared to the other two. Finley's dad and Finley's mother. And here's a sea angel that's a doctor. Here is the robot head zombie turkey, or used to be known as the headless zombie turkey. An injured ice ant. A gibbon. This crow that's a vampire hunter. Mr. Squid. Walrus. Another ice ant, but this one isn't injured. I'm a farmer. He is a farmer. A crab. I forgot his name, but I remember his last name, Campbell. Oh no, it's him. It's Evil Henry. Disgusting. What did I do? Okay, it's over. Wait, what did I... Evil Henry, get out of it. No, I'm staying because I'm evil. A yellow crab. More fish. At least this one's specifically a piranha. And here is Silly Crowley. In my opinion, he's the most underutilized villain in the entire series. But that's because of circumstances. He showed up around the safe arc, meaning that he hasn't a proper chance to shine. And even after that, he didn't have multiple chances to shine because there's simply better villains to use than him. His whole gimmick isn't that really special, since his gimmick is that he has a lot of connections, which is underutilized. Truly, a sad character. Also, his motivations are trash! You can definitely tell that I made the name first and the character second, since, really? He's a villain because Tim abandoned him at the lab? That's it? Really? So yeah, that's Silly Crowley. Here's Victor, the Vulture, and Weather Report Lady, and Worm. Truly an iconic character of all time. And Bird. And as we stated multiple times, and reused this joke multiple times, the early bird gets the worm. Spoiler alert! Here's Evilest Plantfill. Plantfill's evil counterpart's strongest form. Look at it. Look at its eye. That's not even a proper eye. I mean, it has an eye, but it's its own separate entity at this point. So yeah, that's Evilest Plantfill. Evil's Plantfill's strongest form. Did someone say more fish? Because that's what the world really needs right now. More fish! Anyways, here's some fishes and hey, look, another piranha! Now we have the piranha duel. Let's see if we can actually have the piranha game this time. Since I had to look for the third box, which is most likely where the other members of the piranha gang are. Finally, we can be reunited with the rest of the gang! Since Vincent actually took some time to actually find them this time. Right? You found them? Indeed, I have found them. But that's for later. And more fish, but this time there's actually more effort or actually have a character compared to the other fishes. Hey, I should be right over there. Since I was the second in command of the Seafloor Mafia and shut up. Here's the uncle and the nephew. And George. And this guy. He's a flounder, by the way. We got a random buff guy. A rat. Frederick. A gun. A guy that really loves guns. The monster. This guy. Who's an ice ant. A zombie turkey from the future. A zombie turkey from a different future. Private Izzoli. Ted. Ted's nephew. Father of the cardboard cult. The world demands more slaughter. That means more fish. These guys are most likely gonna die. At least this one's a little bit spooky, and this one's kind of invisible. And here we have the vampire hunter crow cousin, who is second in command of the cardboard cult. Oh my goodness, how could I forget about one of the best background characters to ever exist? Shotgun Craig Jackson. Wait, haven't we shown this guy before? You're probably thinking about a different kind of fish. Okay. I swear I saw him showing up. Shut up! Just shut up, okay? Fun fact, this guy is actually a real-life parasite that are known to eat the tongues of fishes. And here's a slug. Alright, that's the end of the second box. But first, let's take a look what we have so far. Alright, we're now into the final box, which is the third box, which contains the one-off or rarely appeared characters. Starting with the God of Killing. This thing. Robert's old design. The robot Al-Jurgensen's original form. The fire beetle. This technically counts, since, in fact, it's more plush compared to the other characters. The red bevel. This thing. A dead fish. The rock bolt slayer. A scarecrow. Mike's original design. A Halloween decoration. Gorgo horror. A box. A hermit crab. A spider. Peter's head that got decapitated. Count Hamlet. He's a hammerhead shark vampire. Compared to the other old designs, Paul isn't fixed. So here's Paul's old design. Here's the original Peter. This thing that was gonna originally appear in an episode but was scrapped. Hey look, it's Andrew! What were we talking about again? Oh hey look, a phoenix! The New Year worm! Captain Honeybeard. A Christmas decoration. Captain Five Legs. But of course he's no longer the captain, so just 5 legs. And here's the food truck. Yeah, here's the food truck. The weird chicken monster that goes, "You are eaten by what you eat." And here's an unfixed old design, which is the crab shark. It still has that hole ripped into it. Hey look, it's Santa Claus. The dragon, the dragon, the dragon. Look, it's me, the dragon. Look, I'm doing dragon things. I'm the dragon because I do dragon things because I'm the dragon. The third form of evil Plantville. The Shapeshifter. A dead fish that appeared in the Thanksgiving special. Whatever remains of the dream safe. A Polyergus ant. The fusion of the zombie turkeys. A dead Polyergus ant. Hey look, a piranha egg. The emerald egg. The emerald egg in its super form. We got clownfish egg, whatever remains of the elder ant. The demon. An ice ant with a breathing device. A goose. The withering worms. A leprechaun, the insanity egg. The strange form of covert. The escape room egg. Egg in a chair. The boulder egg. The dark angel's disguise in Cobert's dream. The glass crab, whatever remains of the cyborg ice ant. Baby Mike. And the major villain of season 7 that doesn't have a name. Whatever remains of the Polyergus ant robot. Tiny Peter. A more eviler Covert. And the safe guy. With one of his legs. Welcome to the club of villains that got horribly dismembered. I hate it here. I want to fully die. Me too, pal. Me too. Wait, aren't we canonically dead? We got the frost mantis. One of the vampire fish. I couldn't find the others, but I think I kept them somewhere. Jobert. The fusion of the demon of terror. Shut up. And a zombie. And a dog egg. We got the butler ghost. a dead polyurchus ant, a Christmas tree, a skeleton, possessed glass crab, corrupted pillow, the violet engineered horse. Nay. Holy shoot, is that Jonathan Pumpkin? That's right, it's me, Jonathan Pumpkin. We got some piranhas and holy shoot! Finally, we're reunited! Finally! We've been looking all over for you guys. Well, we've been looking all over for you guys. Finally, the piranha gang is finally reunited. After all this time. The god of non-existence, as well as the god of existence. Well, that just happened. That is everyone, or at least almost everyone. Now let's take a good look. Also, as you may have noticed, each step is themed around something. For example, the step at the top represents the characters that are working for Andenstein. The step below it represents the villains. And the step below it represents the Dark Angel's side. Meanwhile, this step represents all the main characters. And this one right here is all the miscellaneous characters. And below it are the random background characters. And below it are the random background characters and the fish, all of them. The piranha gang. And there's some miscellaneous parts here and there. And this one represents all the characters that are on good terms or allies of the main characters. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys stay up to the end of the series. Goodbye, and thank you. Also, while cleaning up, Select Curly was on the main character's step. He's supposed to be on the villain step. Mistakes happen sometimes, you know. Anyways, bye.